Facebook-based magazine, and we aim to build awareness through community engagement. Our topic for today is the importance of your circle. And I'm really excited because I brought just a few members of my circle to have this conversation. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce them. To my right is Tammy, aka Money Basics. To my left is LaFrancis. She is the go-to for CEC and all things personal. That is her. And then I have Nikita over here. We call her the First Lady of Tax. And then all the way from New York, we have Angela, who is like, she puts the E in editor. She is such a contributor to this team, so she had to be here. And then I got Tamika, all the way from Champaign. That's our Cardi B / Juanita Bynum. So thank you, ladies, for being here today.
I love it.
To talk about our circle, what it means, and the importance of your circle. So one of the first questions that we'll use to get going is, what does each of these circles look like for you? Or what does circle mean for you?
Honestly, I have multiple ones.
Okay.
I have a circle of, a spiritual circle, which is other First Ladies. I am the First Lady of a Baptist church, and so I have a circle of other First Ladies who I'm able to not only glean from, but also run things past as it relates to being a minister's wife. Then I also have a professional and personal circle, which is mainly you guys, my friends that I met in college that really helped to shape who we are in life, both personally and professionally. You guys, I feel like I can be myself around, but we also share business ideas. We run things past each other, and we have fun as well. Mm-hmm. And then I have my circle of friends who I grew up with, and those are ladies and also men as well, who are my lifelong friends. They've known me since I was born, and we just are like family. And so it's important for me to have multiple circles because everyone plays a part in who you are in life.
Yeah. So for me, I like to keep my friends' circle light and tight. So unlike Keita, I don't want to have multiple circles. I would probably say that within my circle, I've been blessed for my circle to be multifaceted and dimensional, where they can interact as personal friends, like we help guide each other through life, professionally, us being source, you know, we're connected on multiple levels. Like even for us, we all are accountants by trade, so we connect professionally. But I do have other friends, sparingly, that I can interject here and there that I've met along the way in my journey through life that have become, very close to me. But I don't have like all these different circles because I'm not really trying to be around a lot of people all the time. Neither am I. Like, I really get close to people, and the things that I share with them, I like to keep personal. But I do have people that help me and that have shaped me, whether it's family or those friends, either older or even younger throughout life. But when I say friend, I really, that's a genuine word. I don't use that loosely. So that's why that is really light and tight, I like to say.
My circle looks like, so for financial things and when I want to bounce ideas off, or if I'm feeling some type of way, my circle has changed. It used to be my friends, now it's my mom and my sister. Mm-hmm. When planning to have fun or just, you're angry about certain little things, I have a group of individuals. It's about 20 of us. We all grew up together. Mm-hmm. In this group, it includes maybe 5 women and the rest are men. Mm-hmm. We all grew up together, and it's like, everybody calls each other for everything. You will be so surprised at how supportive the guys are. Like, out of the blue, they send us texts like, man, you guys are great. You guys help everybody. Mm-hmm. And it's like it's a system. So everybody in this circle either are business owners or they're CEOs, or not CEOs, big supervisors in their jobs and they work for big companies and things. So nobody is just a nobody.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we can come together, no one's egos get in the way, and I mean, we have fun like little kids when we're together. So it's like that, okay, cool, I got you guys. And it helped maintain during the beginning of the pandemic. It was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? By myself. Everyone else has families and all that. So because of them and my mother, I was able to keep my head.
Yeah.
You know, didn't really lose my cool, nothing crazy. So I actually love my circle. A whole lot better now than I did as a kid. Because as a kid, you have 15 million circles. Everybody's your friend.
Well, and a lot of that is because you start off with like your family and you don't necessarily get to pick all.
Real friends.
Right, that kind of navigates itself. Well, I'm gonna kick it over to Tamika, and then you can go, Angela.
Okay, so I'm similar to Sandy, and I have a smaller group. I'm glad you mentioned that. The friends is about my sisters and my mom, because they are huge and they are all definitely best friends. But I also have my professional, spiritual friends, like you guys are like sisters. And I would say I have some both male and female friends that are close. And I would say maybe 5 people, but for the most part, I just keep things pretty small. And I do that because I'm private. And so you don't know who's connected to who. The world is small, but my friends are my friends, and I go hard for my friends. So I keep it small. I use that word. I don't take that word lightly, but I just feel like smaller group for me works best.
I'm kind of similar to the other ladies that I have. Well, I guess I have my circles are different buckets, but some of the people overlap. So I guess there's not that many people in my circle, but they serve different purposes. So I have, my creative circle because I write and I do a little dabble with music on the side. I have, people who do other creative things that I kind of vibe off of and, just get inspiration from, which is really important to, I guess, my professional life, but also kind of my creative and even my spiritual life as well, because some of them are, share some of my spiritual beliefs, so we can have, conversations about that. We can kind of, act as therapists and help each other when things get tough, because we constantly are facing rejections and just, attacks on our, creativity and things like that. But I also have, my circle of friends who also now happen to be moms. So, they help me if I need, help with my kids, or if I just need advice. Some of my friends that I've been friends with for years have older kids. So I'm saying, hey, do you know anything about this going on? Because I am so far away from my family. So I depend on, kind of my sister's circle to help me with some of the things that, my mom can't necessarily be here to help.
Okay, good. Next question. Do you guys feel like your circle is limited to the people that you know very well, or could they be entities, organizations, or could there be, I don't know, like something different, or people or things that just kind of motivate you? What do you think, Sandy?
With us being in the world where social media is prevalent, it's vast, I think a lot of times we connect with people based on their social media, what they show us. And there are some people, some people say, Facebook is fake, like if they call it the fake book. But there are some people that I do think that they bring their authentic selves to their social media platforms, which causes you to feel like you know them, you connect with them. These could be spiritual leaders, these could be just regular celebrities, and you like what they're doing from a business perspective. If I call Tamika, I'm like, did you see what Chloe did? She knows exactly who I'm talking about. Or like from a spiritual perspective, like, I don't know if you guys know the Friends, so Fanika and LeBrian Friend, they're very personable in who they bring to their social media platforms. So from a spiritual perspective, you feel connected to them and what they bring and what they pour into your life on a daily basis. But they're not even in my geographic location.
So So with that, I like that. So Tamika, Angela, who is your BFF in your head? Like who's in that circle in the head? They may not know they in the circle. So who would you say? Like like Oprah is like one of my BFFs. so I'm gonna let you go, Tammy.
I think in my head, I could have brunch with Michelle Obama, but at the same time, I feel like I could do a runway show with Gamora Lee Simmons, and we would do Destiny. So, yeah.
What about you, Angela?
Well, for me, I feel like my best friend, and I actually kind of feel like they're my friends. To the point where it might be a little bit scary, but I think Erica Badu is my
I can see that one.
And it's interesting, I just picked up, I'm a big yoga fan. I take yoga classes, I teach yoga, and a class that I just took, a woman who was leading the class read this book, some quotes from this book called Sacred Woman, and it was really interesting. And so when I left the class, I'm like, I'm gonna buy this book right away. And who you know gave the book a great review was Erica Badu.
See, like see?
So I feel like her and Jill Scott are definitely.
Keita, who you hanging out in with?
I don't have anybody on social media or any celebrity that I really pay attention to in that manner, only because I feel like social media is kind of information overload. And I have so many things going on that I have a short attention span. And so you got to get me in the first couple minutes or I'm scrolling and, clicking on to the next thing. But if I had to choose somebody that I quote often, it would probably be Ricky Smiley. And it's weird because when I used to have to go to work pre-pandemic, I would listen to ratchet music on my way to work. That kind of gets me started at 7 in the morning. And so Ricky
Look at Tamika saying, me too.
gave me that with a dose of the comedy, but he's spiritual and he's motivational at the same time. And then in the evenings on my way home from work, I need to kind of decompress, and so I listen to preacher, to minister. But I definitely get my day started with Ricky Smiley to the point where I'll tell my husband, I'm like, well, Ricky Smiley said, he was like, really? But yeah, so he's my friend.
Who's your friend, Francis?
So mine is kind of weird. So in my mind, I hang out with Guy Fieri.
Oh, yes.
Silas Lawrence.
Yes.
And
So-
Rolla Guy.
So the chefs.
Right. I hang out with the Top Chef. Tom Colicchio. Like one day, they come and talk to me about, some of the challenges for Top Shelf. And then I do New York Fashion Week with the whole entire panel from Project Runway. So, like,
The shirt.
Yes.
like I love cooking. So that's my whole little thing. Like any chef that I like that's on social media, I'm following. If you are a fashion designer that has been on Project Runway and I like your stuff, I am following you. Especially if you can put something out where I can fit it, I'm definitely gonna follow you and save my coins so I can get that out. But those are my things, so that's who I love. But as far as everybody else, I don't trust them. Like y'all just be putting on airs for social media. So. But those are mine. Those are my little inspirations. Fashion and food.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what don't you want in your circle? Negativity. Gossiping people. Debbie Downer. People that need others to actually motivate them. Because if you can't motivate yourself to do better for yourself, wait to say something. Tammy, what don't you want in your circle?
Similar to the Francis, like it's hard to have someone that's negative all the time. For me, I think all of us have our moments where we may be down, so it's our job as friends. I know that I've had my moments, in seasons of life where it wasn't great. And I had my friend circle there to pull me along. Like some people try to pull me along faster than others. I'm not gonna name no names, but some people, but they accepted me for where I was, and they just, lovingly, Rachel's very loving, like lovingly, like, Tammy, you don't think about it like this, but you have Keita and Tamika. Look, sometimes they can give you the hard truth, just straight no chaser. So. Right, rip the Band-Aid off. Like, come on, let's go. We get going. But like having that constant, where you're in that constant state of negativity or constant always looking at the bad side of something, that's what I can have. Because we always need to have a positive outlook. Because I always tell people, no matter what season of life you're in, there's always an advantage to that season that you're in. So it would behoove you to focus on the positives of the season that you're in and not focus on the negative. So it's hard to have somebody who's in that place all the time, because you're not trying to go there. Because you really want, it's enough out there in the outside world to bring you down. You don't need to come to your safe place of your friends and feel that down in effect.
Right. Angela, Tamika, I'm gonna give this one to you guys. How do you all feel about the phrase, you don't want to be the smartest person in your group? If so, then your group is too small.
I believe that, definitely, 100%. I mean, I love being around people who challenge me to do more, to read things that I haven't read. They introduce me to new things. I love it. And maybe they're probably like, damn, why do I have to drag this? I'm happy to ride on the coattails of anybody who is successful or smart, or I love it. It's inspirational for me. So I definitely try to reach up, when it comes to my friend circle. That's why I'm friends with you. I love it.
It's true. I what Angela said. I am always. It's important for those people to be around you, because it just lets you know, listen, you keep striving, you keep motivating, it keeps you motivated to keep moving forward. Rachel gets the nickname of the mini mogul all the time, but it's true. She's always creative. She's being innovative. And Keita's the same way. So it's like, I love that. It motivates me. It keeps me focused. And whatever I can contribute, of course, that's good. That's important. I keep everybody cute. But I'm all about it. So I think it's important.
Okay.
To keep that you are not the smartest person, to answer your question, that you are not the smartest person in your group. It definitely should be that way for me.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick it over to one of the smartest people in our group.
Well, and so I don't feel like I'm the smartest person in every area. And I think that's the part of the importance of having a circle. And so I may be able to bring the expertise to one area, like Tammy's dating life. Or that's what for your name. But I think that in terms of like business and moving and shaking, Rachel is the smartest person. And so although we're in a circle, everybody has their smart area. Yeah. And then there's some areas where, I may need to call Money Basic to say, hey, Money Basic. And we have the same degree, but we have different focuses. Yeah. So she may be smart in one area and I'm smart in another. And that's the importance of having multiple people in your circle. And sometimes you may be the dumbest and sometimes you may be the smartest, but you all help each other.
Yeah. You want to add something?
Always good to have multiple circles, where I think that you should have circles where you lift others up, that you're on the same level, and then you also are reaching higher. And they don't necessarily have to be all in the same circle, but you should be contributing that to the world, and that you're bringing other people up, that you have people that are on your same level, but then you also have people that lift you up. So I think that it's always important to not forget that, reaching down to pull others up.
But I was listening to like Issa Rae one day, and she said that she was trying to break into the movie industry and production industry, and she kept trying to reach up and was hitting a wall. And she decided, I need to reach across. And who do I know? And she was like, hey, I'm gonna call my friends. I know somebody with a camera. I know somebody. And she was able to really bring herself to the point she is today because she didn't worry so much about reaching the Tyler Perrys or, you know, those people, but saying, who do I know on my level?
Yeah.
And we could grow together. And I think that's why I like our group of friends, because with an email, we can always say, you know, who do we know that's a lawyer? Or who do we know
Yeah,
that's
true.
this? And, you know, immediately get a response versus, you know, trying to reach some big time attorney may never happen.
But you know, we know big time people because you know I'm not gonna say.
I just think that see that how strong your guys' friendship is, like through all the years and years. I've seen me
Yeah.
But it's to just see real female friendships that I feel strong. And you know, everybody's still doing their thing, but you guys can still come together when it's necessary, or even just to chit chat. So I think this is really
And
cool.
I think one of the reasons we've been able to do that is because we've always given each other enough space to be where we are during different stages in our life. You know, whether we were married, whether you were getting married, you know, whether we were deciding to go to grad school, you know, it was always wherever we were, that was the space that each of us gave each other to be our authentic selves. So with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. It was so good chatting with you ladies. We probably could be here all day, chatting it up. But again, I just wanted to say thank you guys for listening. Click on the link or check out the link on the bottom for more content, more interesting conversations. This was fun. Again, Base Magazine, and thank you guys so much.